We're at South by Southwest 2019 right now with Aaron from Sega. We have done the Gotta Go Fast panel.
Yep.
We have done load of autographs and
Yep.
now the Sonic Mania time trials. So, how are you feeling right now?
Well, we're all pretty tired, but we're also very excited. I mean, this is a big moment for us, and South by is always such a fun event. This is our 4th year at the event, and so we're very thankful to South by for inviting us back, and to all the people that came to the panel. There were so many people, they had to shuttle them to a second room so they could watch the live stream of it, and then they had to cut the meet and greet line. There was just that many people, so it's an honor, and it means a lot to us to see so many fans here today.
Yeah, and for sure, I think that just having been going to this festival the past 4 years, I've seen it grow. This is probably the most people I've ever seen. I think the Sonic panel is really a big draw for the gaming expo in general. I feel like the poor staff never has any clue what to do with the large amount of Sonic fans that come wanting things signed. So let's come on and walk back a couple years ago, before this thing existed. So we've done this crazy thing like 4 times now, right? So what was it like? So before it doesn't exist, now it's a thing that's expected and brings in a lot of people and is sort of kind of a highlight moment of the gaming expo. So how did it go from nothing to being what it is today?
It was just an idea. And it was an idea. I was like, it'd be fun to maybe do something at South by, and can I pull together with the teams some stuff that we can kind of announce at the show? Can we make some goodies for the show? How many people are going to show up? The very first year, I was so nervous because I was like, oh man, I hope at least 5 people show up.
Little did you know.
Please. And then I'm like, is that a line? And they're like all wearing Sonic stuff. And I was like, that line's like 100 people long. And sure enough, it was this huge line for the first panel, and that all the butterflies kind of went away at that point. I was like, oh, thank goodness. And since then, it just went from kind of being this fun idea to something that now we do every year. And it's a lot of fun, and we try to have at least a couple of good announcements in there, or cool surprises for the fans, and giveaways too. Yeah,
so you're kind of the face of the panel because you host it and whatnot. How much of a lead are you taking on sort of the slideshows and the presentations and things like that? How much of a team effort is it? What would you say?
Oh, it's a total team effort because everyone pitches in. Like licensing has cool merchandise, and can you get it done by South by? Can we get the Froggy t-shirts ready to go by South by? And they work really hard to do that. From the TV side, can we get the animation ready to go by South by? They're like, yes, we can do it. So there's a lot of different things that team members bring to the table, and everyone kind of contributes and makes the experience happen.
So one thing I would say is that when you're seeing the Team Sonic racing footage for the first time, or the animation footage, Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, are you sitting there and you're going, oh my gosh, they're going to love this? This is going to blow them away.
I think, well, me personally, because I'm not part of the animation team, so I see it when it's more final.
Exactly.
I see it, I'm like, this is great. Yeah. I think when they see it, they're always like, they've got the critical eye on it and trying to make it as good as it can be. And I'm sure they see, certain flaws in it, but they work so hard to make it great. Yeah. And I think that moments like today, when they see the crowd live going, just like screaming, they're so happy
energy
about it. Like that kind of energy, I think hopefully is so worth it to them and really brings it out the best in them. So I think it means a lot.
Cool. So is there sort of a dank meme filter so that you're preparing this slide and they're like, Aaron, we like it personally, but that meme's just too dadgum dank, and we can't put it. I
got to take some out. Yeah, I mean that's true. No, I mean I mostly put together the deck and kind of get stuff from everybody, and that's how we make it. Sometimes I hide things in the slides. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're red herrings. You never know. But we like to just have some fun with it, and the whole goal of like social media and South by and just kind of the experience has been connecting with our fans and letting them know we're listening and we care and a lot of the times we're doing the things that people are asking for. Like it was Mania Plus last year, and now we're doing modern Sonic animation with Overdrive. So we're trying to do as much as we can. Obviously, there will always be a million requests we can't get to, but we just want people to know that we're listening and we're doing the very best we can.
Okay, so I want to back up a little bit and just sort of going forward. So you're a little kid growing up in Missouri, and you're playing Sonic games, and you're like, one day I'm going to work at Sega and kind of thing. If you're anything like me, when you grow up playing video games, you in your mind picture you're working in development, because as a child you have no idea about media, social media manager and all those other things.
I thought I was going to be a games tester.
That's what you thought?
I wrote a letter to myself in 7th grade that says, if you're not working at Sega testing games, you have failed as an adult, and what are you doing? And I opened it on like my 20th, 21st birthday, and it was the most heartwarming thing because I was like, oh, I made it, little me. I made it. And games testing is not what you thought it was. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that was me. It was games testing is what I thought.
So do you sort of have any advice for any kid, any other 7-year-old out there now that's like, I want to work in the game industry, but has no idea of the millions of jobs that are available outside of the actual development itself?
Oh, absolutely. And the best advice I can give to you is keep persevering. Like, never stop. Keep trying and keep training yourself too, because like any job, it's competitive, right? So 100 people apply, only one gets it. Make yourself the one that is the most compelling on your resume, on your skill set, the talent, whatever it might be. And a lot of that comes from practice. If you want to be an artist, practice, 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 practice. Never stop practicing. If you want to be, someone that writes, never stop. If you want to code, like, keep practicing. The more you do that, the better chance you've got. But also educate yourself. Look into the plethora of different jobs that are out there. There's publishing, there's development, there's people on the marketing side, there's the social media side, there's the people that actually make the games, there's the people that test the games. All of these jobs are important. And to even go back to talking about testing, those guys are equally as critical for the development of a game, and a lot of people don't give them the credit they deserve, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
They work really long hours, they work really hard to make sure that they can get all those bugs spotted and reported up. So everyone is really important in the process, and it's about finding out, what do you want to do? What's the thing that for you is like, oh yeah. But when I was a kid, we didn't have Facebook and Twitter, so that was kind of like, I just learned that on the fly.
The hard way.
Yeah, right? For better and worse. But it's been a good experience, and that's what I recommend to anyone that wants to get there is don't stop, because you guys are going to be the next generation of people at Sega, and I'm going to be old, and it's going to be in your hands. Izuka-san and Sonoe-san, all the Sonic team, we're going to get old, and the next generation is going to have to take over someday, and I can't wait to see that happen. Awesome.
Aaron, thank you very much for taking time out of your day, and I wish you a good rest of South by.
Thank you so much.